Electricity Distribution Company. Ekedc Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of information, knowledge, and optimal service delivery with a co-electricity distribution company. This na Ekedc Power Connect. Time to dig deep into the minefield of knowledge and information with a co-electricity distribution company. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about a co-electricity distribution company. Ekedc. Ekedc Power Connect. This na Ekedc Power Connect. Na program where they bridge the information gap between you and your electricity provider. This is Ekedc Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of knowledge and information with a co-electricity distribution company. Ekedc Power Connect. Let's go on a pleasure ride into the world of information, knowledge, and optimal service delivery with a co-electricity distribution company. This na
and it's another time to bring you your delicious midweek menu. Ekedc Power Connect. The station remains 102.7 Niger FM, and my own name, it hasn't changed. I am Ademola Ben Cranston Adegoke, ABC Adegoke for short, and you know I don't come alone. I usually come with my fellow seafarer on the ocean of this program. Banji Busari Bibi, how's your
yes. Thank you very much, ABC. It's my pleasure to be here. Of course, it's always my pleasure to connect with you on Ekedc Power Connect. Today is Wednesday. Demola has already mentioned that, and the day is not complete without being part of this program. So I join you, whatever it is you're doing now, wherever you are. It is time for Ekedc Power Connect, and power is so very, very much important to your life. I believe you agree with me on that. My name is Banji Busari. I'm glad to be here.
Okay. We'll soon be, today's program, we'll soon go into the real meat of today's program, and it promises to be a very, very exciting one. But we'll be right back after this message from our sponsors.
Dear esteemed customer, Eco Electricity Distribution Company, Ekedc, hereby advises you against careless attitudes in your daily gas cookers, microwave oven, washing machines, so when plugging in your TV, radio, DVD players, and stereo sets, do not tamper with or attempt repairing your meter if it develops a fault. Invite a qualified electrical engineer. Also, this rainy season, to avoid electrocution or untimely death, be careful not to step on naked electricity wire or engage in any trading or business activity under high tension wire. For any electrical issues you have, call our customer care line on 0708 067 1170 and 0708 123 empowering the quality of lives.
Well, welcome back. It's still Ekedc Power Connect on your darling station 102.7 Niger FM. It's time for your news and tidbits, of course. Ekedc has lots of them, but let me just take this one because of time. Ekedc calls for public cooperation against vandalism. A co-electricity distribution company has called for cooperation of members of the public in its fight against vandalism of its facilities. A post on one of its social media handles over the weekend advised members of the public to report any suspicious movement around electricity facilities in their community to the nearest security agency or Ekedc office. According to the post, since vandalism is antithetical to the goal of uninterrupted power supply, the crusade against it should not be left to Ekedc. Of course, security is everybody's business. So I agree with Ekedc. Should not be left to Ekedc. So, Demola, So,
Yeah, I said earlier on that it promises to be another very, very interesting session with Ekedc Power Connect today. And the focus is no other thing other than safety. It's often said that electricity, when used safely and appropriately, can serve as a very good servant. Then it can unlock an unimaginable world of possibilities and opportunities in scientific, technological, industrial, and socio-economic development. But when universally it is used in an unsafe and inappropriate manner, it then becomes a very bad servant, ending in disastrous ends, bringing disastrous ends. And that is why today, on Ekedc Power Connect, we are beaming a searchlight on how to use electricity safe, or better still, how not to use electricity. Of course, we have two experts in the house who are ready to go, ready to do justice to the topic. But then, before I unveil them, let's go for this short break. We'll be right back.
ẹ̀yin oníbàárà wa ọ̀wọ́n Èkó electricity distribution company Ekedc ló ń gbà yín níyànjú láti yẹra fún àwọn ìwà ìbìkítà nípa bí ẹ ṣe ń lo iná lójoojúmọ́ kí ìjàmbá iná agbénipa má bàa ṣẹlẹ̀. Ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ iná agbénipa máa ń wáyé nígbà tí agbára iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná bá gba ara ènìyàn kọjá, èyí tó máa ń sábà já sí ikú tàbí nígbà mìíràn ìfarapa tí kò lè sùn láéláé. Torí náà Ekedc ń gbà yín níyànjú láti máa kíyèsára gidigidi tí ẹ bá ń lo gáàsì ìdáná, ẹ̀rọ ìfọṣọ, ti ìfọbọ́, ti ìlọṣọ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Ẹ ṣọ́ra pẹ̀lú wáyà tẹlifíṣàn, rédíò, DVD player, gílóòbù tàbí sọ́kẹ̀tì iná tó wà lára ògiri ilé. Bákan náà, ẹ má tọwọ́ bọ mítà tó bá bàjẹ́ o, torí pé ikú òjijì ní iná agbénipa. Ẹ̀mí yín sì ṣe iyebíye sí Ekedc. Ẹ pe akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iná mọ̀nàmọ́ná tàbí ẹ pe nọ́mbà ẹ̀ka ìtọ́jú oníbàárà wa 0708 067 1170 àti 0700 123 5666. Ekedp, àwa là ń fi agbára fún ìgbé ayé ẹ̀ka tó yanrantí.
Now, welcome back. You know, for Ekedc, wetin we no go fit do for una. Because of your safety, we don't go bring na two big masquerades from Ekedc, and then na two big ogas dem be from Ekedc. The first person wey dey na him dey sit very close to me here. The name na Timothy Aluko. Is the head Health, Safety and Environment. Maybe they talk of health, safety, or the whole environment. Na him be the oga. And another oga for Health, Safety and Environment, Sylvester Okogwa. Okay, the first name Timothy Aluko. The second one is Sylvester Okogwa. He's also big oga for Health, Safety and Environment for Ekedc Electricity Distribution Company. Una welcome. How you doing?
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be here.
Thank you. Like saying I make you first fire the first circle, and I want to start from the basics. When we talk about safety, I want to make una tell our people at home wetin we mean by safety, particularly electricity, and wetin be Ekedc policy as far as safety is concerned.
All right. Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure to be here. Safety is just that thing that keeps away all the possible harms. What do I mean? Anything that can cause harm to you, that can cause loss of property, that can cause anything damage. So if you say you are safe, it's just like you say that you are financially safe. That means you have a lot of money in your account. So safety in our own technical term is everything that can cause harm to you has been taken care of by what we call controls. So we have some certain guiding principles around how you can stay alive around electrical infrastructures. The first we would want to tell you about is staying under power lines or close to any electrical equipment pose a danger to your life. What do we mean? There are overhead cables, there are facilities, RMUs, transformers on your streets. How do you then stay under them or sell close to them or party around them or do businesses around them? It is not safe for you. What that means is you are within the circumference that can harm you. You know, electrical issues. You don't see it. It's an hidden thing, but one way or the other, it becomes obvious when it harms you and it harms a lot of people. So we want you to stay away from under or around those facilities. Also, we are craving your indulgence that you please not involved in dumping of refuse or throwing dirt inside the transformer fences. One thing that does is it has the possibility of bridging the lines, it has the possibility of spreading fire, especially during dry season where there can be any small spark. There are nylons, papers, all those things that you drop around the transformer. It could help fire to spread, and that could destroy a lot of things which we don't want to happen to you. And that's why we're on this station. Driving safely to avoid damaging electrical infrastructure and losing your life. Imagine that it's raining, the floor is slippery, it's dark, you're not seeing too well, and you are driving recklessly around those infrastructures. You could get yourself harmed by colliding against those things. So we don't want you to even park your vehicles under those power lines, because there can be snaps, there can be cuts, there can be equipment failure, which we don't plan for, and that's why we do a lot of maintenance around our equipment. Also, we want you to, as much as possible, make use of energy saving bulb. This is a win-win for us. Those old yellow bulbs now that emit a lot of radiation and the rest of them, it even consumes more energy, especially if you are on prepaid meter. If you are using those energy saving bulbs, you consume less, and you are also subject to less health issues. So
before you go, I say if I use those bulbs wey no be energy saving bulbs, not be say I go dey pay more money, then e go dey affect my health too. Sylvester, I beg make you answer that.
Okay, now for this question wey you ask now, this one now, if you dey use that bulb, the bulb one dey generate heat, so much heat, that one now get your own health effect. Now, don't now talk to cost. The cost wey you go dey pay now go don reduce. Automatically, so now win-win, just like my colleague talk, now win-win for you. Both the health implication of it, that one is zeroized. Then now the cost wey you go dey pay, because some of us go dey say, okay, we dey pay so much cost on electricity, but some of that, this is like they call energy management.
Exactly.
And now another thing again is, if we dey comot for house, all our appliances, no, we just switch am up, then we go out. Then they call something that they call last man rule. This last man rule, now something we fit even tell our family, say, okay, the last person to leave the house should switch off all the appliances. So that one of the distance, but that's why you go save cost, you go save life, and everybody is happy. And
because if they no switch am off, person fit know dey as when something for happen, and then the thing go catch fire. Not so.
Yes, now wetin we dey talk about. Because in those situation whereby you leave fan on, I think there is one video where they win the train one time, which is for WhatsApp. They leave the fan on. The fan just they rotate before you just see a catch fire for back. As a catch fire, and one thing about electricity na heat, na sort of heat. And once it catch fire, it go drop on top. Maybe the house where they use rug go pick fire. As rug pick fire, it go spread, it go catch television. Television sef na rubber, na plastic, na cover am. Plastic go melt, it catch fire. If the way you dey use maybe shelf go catch fire. Before you know, it go just turn inferno. So those are the things wey we just
very well said. The thing wey me I wan ask be say, we don talk about the external issues, we don talk about the internal ones too. But as you talk so far, the EKDC, una no fit dey enforce some of these things. You say you dey talk about under the high tension border. A lot of Lagosians get their businesses under power the high tension. Una no fit get power wey go drive those people. Say make una no kill una sef, or na advisory role una wan.
Okay. Maybe make I put mouth. I know say there are dem get regulatory bodies like urban and regional planning department of government agencies wey dey enforce all these rules. I been one house before, say when people dey build house, they don't know say line na ordinary line dem dey take eye see. They don't know say line get different power. 11 kV dey, 33 dey, 132 dey, 330 dey. But they don't know say if you wan build house, e get distance wey you go keep. But and people dey break all this rule. As man you come dey ask, is there any way wey una dey partner? Are you in partnership with government agencies to enforce these rules, at least to keep people safe?
Okay, thank you. Yes, collaboration with regulatory bodies. We are doing that. In fact, one thing wey we dey do from our own end is, once for old structures, once we identify those violations, for 11 and 33 kV, you must set 5.5 meters. For 132, you must set 15. For 330, you must set 25 meters setback. Once we identify that there are old structures wey violate those things, we have what we call right of way violation letter wey we dey submit to them, and we dey sometimes sit down with them to reason say how we fit achieve this thing without affecting the major part of your structure. And as we are submitting that letter to them, we are submitting one at Lagos State Safety Commission. We are submitting one at if not market, we dey submit one for Association of Market People at Iyaloja, both for the Iyaloja at the market, Iyaloja Association at Alausa, then urban and regional planning, and sometimes we go to some local associations, such that we are driving the advocacy based on the NECIS and NEC guidelines that we have, and the best we can do is drive front end advocacy while the authorization or the monitoring or the implementation of sanctions comes from regulatory bodies and bodies that are under the government to do such. And again, one of the things we are looking out for is for new structure. We are not looking at how to drive agreement, how can we drive a collaboration such that people won't even get approval if they don't put those necessary setbacks in place. At the end of the day, everybody life will be after, so that everybody will live as long as God plans them to live without having any electrical accidents.
All right, make I ask this one too. Well explained. The one way everybody knows say they common every part of Nigeria, and the EKDC, I believe you say you know about it. Say when power go for a particular line, everybody will now switch to another line immediately. Tell us the implication of all that.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So now the thing is, we always discourage that type of behavior, because now there are some things they do. These transformers, when they install them, there is a way they balance the loads on them. Now, when there is an outage, maybe the phase where one person take, you go. Another person now, because you get power, you go carry this thing, you go change to carry that change to another phase. When you don't change now to another phase, load don't increase there. Before you know, transformer go overload. Once you don't overload, before you know, that one self, the fuse will cut.
Apart from, what about those people, personnel? Most of them are quacks.
And that is why even our advocacy, like you said, we normally engage these communities that they should desist from engaging all these quack personnel. Now they get licensed electrical contractors, engineers, where you fit go meet for you to do. And now anything like we always tell people, say, please just go to our office, just walk in. They will attend to you. Tell them, okay, that the face loss, they call them face loss. Just report to our office. The next thing they will do, they will send our personnel there. They will change. They will just come refuse. But when people they jump from one phase to another, it gets implication on the apparatus, which is the transformer. If the transformer go, it will affect you when you be the community. Even we now that we will come again, say we won't fix them. So all those things now that get your own effect.
As soon as they explain the thing just the street me cool, they totally me, But we must go for another message from our sponsors now. So and after that one, we go open line, make our listeners make them put mouth for this matter.
Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about Eco Electricity Distribution Company. Ekedc. Ekedc Power Connect.
Okay, well now welcome back. It's still Ekedc Power Connect on Niger FM 102.7. Yes, for you to participate, let's listen to these lines. That's the line where you feel call us. 0700-1000-102. You get another line. 0818-212-0734. I take that again. 0818-212-0734.
It be like say we one person don't enter. Hello, now afternoon. Now they talk. Good afternoon. Now Niger FM 102.7.
This is Mr. Jimo from Ribaju.
Okay.
I have a complaint on my meter.
Okay.
The light was inside the meter but did not supply to my shop. And I went to the neighbor to go and complain They said they will get back to me. Almost like 1 month ago or 3 months ago now. And I called your office, Ekedc. So they said they will send a message to me. Since they have not sent a message to me, so there's a line.
Okay, please, give us your number. Give us your number.
00.
Yes.
Okay.
28.
44.
44.
Yes, 44.
35.
74. That's Mr. Jimon M. Calling from the back to that Ikoyi area. Thank you very much. We will get back to you. Good enough. The EKD's officials are here with us in the studio.
Thank you. Okay. Now, from the explanation that has been given, that means that safety starts from even when you are constructing your house. As you build the house, you go to think about safety. What are the things where person go put for mind? Say, when I build my house, so I want make my house to be very safe. The other time we discussed about heating, but apart from maybe heating and other things, where person supposed do before building the house.
Hello.
Okay. Another person don't. We go put the question from one side for now.
You are on. Let's get to meet you. All right, Mr. Sylvester Okogwa, that question is meant for you.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. So, like we said, we've talked about right of way, consideration, distance, the setback you must be. Now, before you build, number one thing now, the competent person will give the house for you. So anything electrical there, now the licensed electrical engineers and then go down. So they must consider all those earthing, because if earthing for house, get problem. Automatically.
Okay, Sylvester, I beg you go hold down small. Make we attend to this caller.
Hello.
Okay, hello.
Nigerian.
Yeah, you are right. You are right with us. Nigerian.
Let's meet you. What's the name?
Hello. Can we meet you? Hello, this is Nigerian FM 102.7. Ekedc Power Connect.
I guess we lost him. Okay. Let's try.
Okay. So as I talk, so aside the setback what we talk about now, we talk about the heating for the building. The heating must be intact. Even the material, in terms of the material we're going to use in the building, that must be original. In terms of the cabling, the panels, the change, everything must be intact, because the effect of this heating plenty. Now we talk about, because it go protect even your property, even it go protect life. So those ones are very, 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 very key that we must put into consideration. Those are key before we even start the building project. Those are key.
Hello. Good evening. This is Nigerian FM 102.7 Ekedc Power Connect. Can we meet you?
Thank you. Yes, you meet me already. This is Ekedc calling from Morelia.
Okay.
Name again?
Ekedc.
Ekedc, yes.
Okay. Your number, please.
My number?
Yes.
Is it my phone number?
Yeah. Your phone number.
090.
All right.
1526.
That's all right.
3235.
All right. So go ahead with your submission or what you want to tell us.
Okay, what I want to say is this. What you people are saying is right.
Okay, thank you.
Because if it happens that we have 24 hours light, there is some situation that may come up. Where you people have improved in the way of giving life right now. Because with the light, business can go well. We are not protesting because of high cost of fuel, because of say there is a bit light. But when we plug people in darkness and high cost of living and every other thing that involved that people are suffering in the streets today, that's why you see people came out in street and came to protest, because it's better the person die than to live a life which is the best person is much better than you.
Thank
so
you.
if you people can keep on giving us light and work no away, work another way that we can have that light 24 hours and educate Nigeria a way to use it. I'm telling you, Nigeria is a good people.
Thank you.
That's Mr. Adeleke from Orile. Thank you very much. The question we I want ask be say, as people they live for their home, they won't buy all appliances in the market to enjoy their home. But these appliances, it must be in relation to the meter wey dem collect, whether na single phase or three phase or not. Now, as people they buy appliances they use for their homes, what implication does it have on the meter and even on their safety?
Maybe talking about load now. The load that should be put. What is the load capacity of a single phase meter? What is the load capacity of a three phase meter? Or even if you are using the supply in your house for industrial purpose, are you supposed to use the same meter that you are using for domestic purpose for industrial purpose? We're talking about load now.
Okay, thank you so much for this question. Now, that is what they call load analysis. Now, if they don't build out finish, before you get meter, you get form where you fill, then they call that form NEPA 74. That form now, inside that form, you get where they don't do your load analysis there. So now the outcome of that load analysis, now it will determine the type of meter where you go collect. So don't be say you go just put no. So everything now they don't do where they don't put them down. They go do the analysis, check the load and everything. They go say, okay, for this particular house, so based on what thing they required, now three phase meter you need. Or that's
person I exceed the capacity. Waiting fit happen.
Okay, let make I even advise. All this equipment where we they get, even if you want to get air condition to whatever, horsepower and the rest of it, there are energy saving ones, which is also a win-win to you. Just like we spoke about the energy saving bulb, you can still get those energy saving ones. And like he said, for the form where you go fill, you've done load assessment. Those things that you are writing, that's what they used to do the load assessment. They will now advise you, okay, this is the capacity of the meter you need, this is what you need. And when you want to increase your gadgets, you also try and get energy saving gadgets. There are ACs, there are TVs, there are, the TV where we they use when we they small, way big, where they like mainframe. It they different from LEDs and smart TVs where they use now. Although those ones are getting health and safety implications. But make we just tell on us, say is a win-win to conserve energy and also to pay less on your bills and recharge less, vent less. Try as much as possible when you are getting those things. Request for energy saving ones so that you would also save yourself headache and a lot of money. Whilst we've advised based on the load analysis on the type of meter that will be appropriate for you.
This safety matter, they think plenty. Not be matter where person go finish for one day. I am very sure that any time we call you now, we will answer us again.
No, you get one last thing you want to say before you go?
Yes. Any message for people out there about safety? The last message.
Yes, it's just to tell you that my esteemed friends and families, customers, that as much as possible, we are driving a mantra called ZIP, which is zero is possible. The zero is possible is zero accident to you, zero loss to your property, zero damage to your equipment and the rest of it. So it is a collective journey. We need you to support us to ensure that those small advices where we don't give on, all of us contribute so that you can be safe, we can be safe, and all of us will be happy together.
And in addition to what my colleague has said, so fire, electricity, if it be bad master and a good servant. So electricity will not be a bad master to us. So let's ensure safety at home, our children and everybody. So thank you.
That's a good way, point to hang it. And I'd like to sincerely thank both of you, Mr. Lupu and Mr. Kwagwa. Thank you very much. Both of them are from EKDs. That's Health, Safety
and Environment.
HSC from the EKDs. Una do very, very well. Me, I don't learn. No. I know say you.
And I'm very, very sure that even those people at home
too, don't learn. My name is Banjibusari Ikule. But next week is another day to meet you on this program.
My own name is Adimola Ben Cranston Adegoke. Till next week. Bye for now.
EKEDC Power Connect. Power Connect is deep into the mind things of knowledge and information with a co-electricity distribution company. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Ekedc Power Connect. Your reliable program to access all the information you need to know about a co-electricity distribution company. Ekedc. Ekedc Power Connect. This na EKEDC Power.